Hey good people, welcome back to Beauty in the Frizz. My name is Kara. Whether you're new or returning, thank you so much for stopping by and clicking on the video today because as you see is going to be an excellent one. I'm going to be reviewing and doing some looks with the new ODEN'S Legendary Diversa collection, and I am really excited about it. I'm just gonna go ahead and say that I like it. I actually love it. If you are thinking about it, you can just press pause, go ahead, place your order. That's all I'm gonna say. That's how I'm feeling. So if you wanna see some swatches, you wanna see the palettes, hear about them, and then see one look with each of the palettes, definitely keep on watching this video. And if makeup is your therapy, if it's your love, it makes you happy, definitely consider sticking around and joining this community because I would love to have you back. All right, let's get started. All right, y'all, so this is the second collection I have purchased from ODEN'S. My first collection was the Norns. I will link that video above. After using this collection, I think it's safe to say that ODEN'S may have to replace one of my top 5 or 6 brands. I'm gonna go ahead and say that. So ODEN'S is an indie brand and they base many of their collections off of Norse mythology, I believe. I really love going into the inspiration of brands and what they create, even going down to the shade names. I did a very extensive video about the Norns collection. I just love inspiration because all of that, for me, it translates when I put the makeup on. And when you just see how much care and detail that a brand takes when they put things out, that's just like, there's nothing better than that. Let's get into the collection so I can stop talking so much about nothing. All right, ODEN'S always, you know, from what I've seen, even though I don't have everything, they put a lot of care and detail into the packaging. If you are not familiar with the 3 faces on this packaging and the faces of this collection, 2 of the ladies are ladies that I have been watching from time to time over this past year. The Fancy Face, and her name is Tina, and then Annette from Annette's Makeup Corner. And then there is Judy. I have now been introduced to her channel and I have definitely subscribed. I really do enjoy her content. I love that they called this collection the Legendary Diversa. I just love how, you know, they picked some representation, you know what I mean, with who they chose to collab with. The other special touch that ODEN'S did with these palettes were that they came with scarves. We have with the Annette's palette, which is the giant wolves. We have a beautiful scarf. We've got the red dragon scarf. And then with Tina, we have the hummingbird scarf. And those were just a nice little free touch. So each palette was $33. I think that that's a great price. $33, you get 12 shades and they are super good quality. Now ODEN'S is cruelty free and all of their powder products are vegan. I guess we're gonna go ahead and get into these palettes because we got a lot to go through. Let's start with Miss Judy. Now here's the cover of the Red Dragon palette. And Judy chose this because it is an icon in Chinese culture. It stands for power and it stands for beauty. I just love that you've got this beautiful red, or, you know, fiery red as the main color. Actually, there's a few reds, and then you've got some coppers and browns and a gold, and you've got this like green here. I just love the colors that she chose to include in this palette. So the names of the palette, we'll start here. We have Sunrise, Solar Flare, Claw, Overheat, Jade. We have Luna, Amber, Yin, Serene, Dragon, Aurora, and Fire. Those are the shades that make up Red Dragon. These colors really did speak to me, even though they may be some shades that I already have. I just love the way that it was organized. That's Judy's palette. Next, we have the Hummingbird palette. Tina, the fancy face, has Jamaican heritage, and hummingbirds are very special to Jamaican mythology. So her palette is inspired by the hummingbirds. The hummingbird is a symbol of joy and happiness. Taking a look at her palette, you can see that it's very tropical and colorful, and just, it's really, really vibrant. I don't even know what to say about again, another just well thought out palette. All right, let's go over the shade names in Tina's palette. We have Feathers, Red Hills, Star Apple, Swallowtail, Tropics, Lagoon, Hibiscus, Beach Sands, and Hummingbird, Fancy, which this is the multi-chrome, Blue Fields, and Clear Blue. So those are the shades in the Hummingbird palette. And last but not least, we have Annette's palette, which is the Giant Wolves eyeshadow palette. So Annette's palette was inspired by Norse mythology, about these two wolves who ate the sun and the moon, and it made the night dark and the day bright. So it's got like these bright colors, but mixed with the grunginess. And I just thought this palette would be a really unique one to add to my collection. I don't know what to say, you guys, I'm sorry. So let's go over the shades in her palette. We have Astral, Flare, Antipode, Annihilation, Skull, Desolate, Howling, Hattie, Ablaze, Cosmos, Eternal, and Azure. And in this palette, Eternal is the multi-chrome. I just want to show these multi-chromes side by side because they're just so beautiful, and we need to see them separately. We first have the shade Luna from Red Dragon, Fancy from Hummingbird, and last we have Eternal from Giant Wolves. So here's what they look like with the light on. Ooh, there we go, see? And here are those same shades with the lights off. I think you can see that flip a bit more. I love this one right here. They're all beautiful though. You know, duochrome eyeshadows just never cease to amaze me. It does not matter how many I own in my possession. Let's go ahead and get into 3 looks that I created. Well, 1 look I'm about to create, but I'm gonna start with Judy's palette, Red Dragon. Then we're gonna go to the Tropical Climate with the Hummingbird palette, which is Tina's palette, the Fancy Face. And then we're going to end it all with the Giant Wolves palette. So I'll be back at the end to let y'all know how much I love all 3 of these palettes. And let me get to the looks. All right, y'all, this lotion. We're gonna be starting with Judy's palette first. Most people I talked to said they were grabbing Tina's palette and Annette's palette. I just think that this is a sleeper here, but that's just my first impression. So let's just get started with 1 look. You wanna say hi before I turn this camera off? Oh, I'm about to turn the camera off, so. Now Marky's already on the bus. Go ahead.
Hello. Okay, I just killed a bug.
You just killed a bug. Why is it like on your hand? Okay. Why don't you go wipe your hands? Tell everyone to have a great day. What do you got going on in school today? What do you have going on in school?
Math.
Math. I hate when you ask kids. I be like, Marky, what did you do in school today? He's like, math. Care to elaborate? He'll be like, numbers. I'm like, you know what? I'm done. I'm done. What about the story you're reading? Do you think you're gonna practice that?
I practiced that.
What's it called?
Noah's Code.
It's not called Noah's Code though.
I mean, Joseph's Code. Slap bracelets, and it smells good.
And what kind of smell is that?
I don't know.
It's called lavender.
Here, smell it.
They cannot smell it.
No, I want them to pretend to.
Can y'all pretend this? Go ahead and pretend to smell the bracelet, y'all. It smells like lavender. Gonna start with the shade Serene today. Starting it on the outer crease and just blending up, and then we'll deepen it. And that blended out like with no effort whatsoever. I'm just giving myself a little bit of color in the transition area. So, and I have on Tatcha Primer, Pat McGrath Concealer, a little Huda Beauty Stick Foundation mixed with the Glowish tint, the Glowish bronzer in Deep Tan. I have a little bit of NARS highlighter. It's like an Orgasm Blush Trio. Charlotte Tilbury Setting Powder, Desert Orchid Blush by Mama Pat. And then for lips, I have on the shade Nude 5 by KKW Beauty. And now we're gonna deepen this up, and I'm gonna use one of my MSQ crease brushes. Let's go into the shade Yin. Just gonna put Yin directly in the crease, and then we'll see if that deepens it up enough. And I'm just using some circular motions to make sure it's in there. And that's what we're doing. Let's go into the shade Luna. Here's Luna right here. Gonna take this BH Cosmetics packing brush, and I'm just gonna give it a spray of my mixing medium, just a light spray. Oh, this is so pretty. I am gonna just focus this on the center of the lid, just because I do want to get some more shades on the eye so that we can, you know, have a good opinion of the palette and what can be done with it. So I am going to save room for my love. Save room for some more colors. That used to be my song. Save room for a moment to be with me. You know how John Legend sang. All right. And I'm just patting this in and then using some short swipes just to make sure that this gets on nicely. Can you all see the shift here? It looks a bit green. So, you know, with the light off, you're really able to see that these are some really special colors. But right here, it look a little regular, you know, but it's not. Let's go with fire. Let's go with fire. I just think that's gonna be a nice addition to the look, and just tapping this in on the outer corner just to give it, you see that? You just got give it a little, it's just giving a little more, I don't know, a little more I'm gonna try dragging this out. Now I might need to go back in with my first shade and blend this a little bit, because I'm looking right here and it looks, and I'm just gonna tap it in here. But this definitely gives you, you know, a fiery smoky eye, which I like. Just going back into the shade Serene, and I'm gonna try to just blend this together just a little bit so that that fiery shade isn't too, I'm just blending it at the top. I kind of wanted to play with this shade Jade just on the first part of the lid. I'm just actually tapping that in here. It's actually going in the inner corner. I'm going to use a different shade for the inner corner. Loint. I'm thinking it's going to be the shade Solar Flare, but I love this green. It is like, it reminds me of the yellow green Crayola crayon. That's I think yellow green is a little bit brighter than that, but that's what I thought. As soon as I looked at it, it reminded me of that. Here's what we're working with. I think my lighting's a little yellow. There we go. So let me know what y'all are thinking about this. This is really, really beautiful. Let's get ready to move into the under eye. And this is a real fiery look, y'all. So what I want to do is I want to take the shade Dragon. Let's take Dragon and Fire. So it's these two here. And what I'm gonna do is start with Dragon and then maybe run it into Fire. Now I know that depending on your skin tone, some people really like the reds. Oops, the red for under eye just might be too much, because it may make some people look sickly. You know, I hear people tell me that all the time. Like, this might not be the look for everyone, but it's gonna be for me today, regardless, because I won't have time to do anything else. And I'm taking it, I'm taking it all the way under, but I am going to go back with the shade Fire. I am going to go back with that. Y'all, Come on. I'm just taking fire. And it might not even really show up too much, but I'm just gonna put it here. I mean, just to connect it with the fire shade that I used on the top. All right, now we need the inner corner highlight. I'm gonna go into the shade Solar Flare, which is this one here. And I'm just also putting it like right here in the tear duct area as well. I love this because it's blending right into that matte green. Okay, let's do the other side. I was just like, oh my God, the eye look is almost over and I'm sad. I don't want it to be over. I am really enjoying, this is what I mean. This is what I was talking about, y'all. Like when you feel so inspired by an eyeshadow palette, you know, it just, for me, it just feels so good. I'm like, oh my gosh, like I can't wait to use this again. Whereas some palettes, I'm like, I'm tired of using this palette. Like I'm not trying to do 3 looks with this palette because I'm tired of using it. You know what I mean? And then it's more like I'm getting it out the way. I do find that I am having less makeup regrets and I'm happy about that. Am I still spending money? Yes. I'm going to take some of the Serene shade that I started with and kind of put it down here too, just to soften this up. I want to soften up this just a little bit. Am I still spending money? Yes, I am. Like, I'm not going to sit up here and lie. Am I being a little more choosy? Yes. Am I selling less on Macari? Yes. So overall, even though things are not perfect, I do feel like I am getting better. It's hard because when holiday comes, you know, like right now, I haven't seen that much. We already see what Pat did. And then Tasha, I don't know what Tasha doing. I can't get with it. Let me just go ahead and do my liner while I'm talking to y'all. I don't know what Tasha's doing. It's just too much of not what I need. Like I have Metropolis and then them little and you know what everybody said? This is what everybody say. This is what everybody says to justify it. They're so good for travel. They're just so good for travel. I'm not going nowhere, so I don't need it. Y'all, okay, eyeliner. I'm gonna go ahead with the shade. What is this? Oh, Two Can Do It. Two Can Do It. Okay. You see, it's like a shimmery gold. Yeah. Yeah, everybody says that. Or when Pat came out with those blush trios, people were like, I already have the blushes, but the trio is just so good for travel. If you don't take the 2 blushes you got in that highlighter and put it in the bag, talking about it's so good for travel. Some people really do travel and need something convenient, but you know what? We are not justifying that. If you don't have Metropolis, okay, that's fine. If Metropolis is a palette that's overwhelming, because mine is, and if you were looking on my Instagram stories, I just dealt with that palette. I dealt with it because I'm tired. I'm tired. You got that random red shade in there. It's too much. I know that's why I'm not using Metropolis. I'm not using it. I haven't been using it. It's a beautiful palette, a great palette for fall. And the reason that I'm not using it is because the layout is doing too much, as well as Circle Loco. So no, I don't need no Loco layout. Anyway, yeah, mini glam. And that, if you don't find somebody that has BoxyCharm and get one of them 5-pan Natasha Denona palettes for $9, friends, and the mini one, Metropolis, comes with a brush, stop it. Now let's go ahead, Natasha, and give me your holiday palette. Stop playing these little foolish games. Cause I'm not doing it this year. I'm not doing that. I think a lot of those shades are repeats now. If y'all want a video on Metropolis, I'll do that. But I'm not with this trickery, because that's what it is. And I know this is not what we were supposed to be talking about, but I just had to say that because this is too much of nothing. What are we doing? You got glam and a Biba 3. Let me finish. I'll be right back with the final look because I can. Okay, y'all, I'm back. It's a little bit dark because I turned off my light by mistake. Let me tell y'all who didn't come to play though. Miss Judy. Miss Judy did not come to play with this palette, okay? Unlike Miss Tasha. Okay, look. Come on. Now I did mess up with my mascara a little bit. So if you see any black up top, that's what that is. I did use the Pat McGrath Dark Star mascara. I am using that a lot lately, and I've had it for a while, so I don't want to, you know, keep it forever. So I am trying to just use up my things. I absolutely love this look. And I'm so excited to try out the rest of the palettes. I did do a little look, not a little look, I did do a look with, you know, people be like, oh yeah, you did a little something. Like, people don't mean it in a belittling way, but it does kind of sound like it. But no, I did a look with Tina's palette, the Hummingbird palette, and the Tiny Marvels palette in dedication to Mel Thompson. We did this, Hummingbird challenge, and love that palette too. I know Annette's palette is gonna be fire, but this, literal fire. Did we zoom? We zoomed, but I'm zooming again. Like, look at this. Look at the, let me go to work. Let me go right on to work, do what I need to do, because I could just sit here and the kids are gonna be there in 15 minutes. So y'all, I will be back. I think I'm gonna do Tina's palette next. Yes, y'all. About to do some more Hummingbird vibes. Okay, I will see y'all in a split second. All right, I'm gonna be doing a look with the Hummingbird palette. This will be my second time using it. I will link my video from the first look that I did with this palette. Let's start with Red Hills today. And Red Hills is this color right here. Using a Rephr 27, since this is gonna be a transition shade, I wanna be able to diffuse this out pretty light. I still wanna use Hibiscus, which is this beautiful, vibrant color. And I'm going to place that in the crease. And while I do that, I'm going to tell you what else I have on my face. I have on the, well, my Tatcha primer is what I usually have on. I have on the Huda Beauty foundation stick, and it's actually mixed with the MAC face glaze from the Tempting Fate collection in, I keep wanting to call it Barbacoa, but that's not what it's called. That's definitely not what it's called. Setting powders, usually Charlotte Tilbury. Oh, blush today, if you can see it. I should put some more on. It is the Melt Cosmetics Digital Dust Duo Blush in the shade Buzzkill. I bought those last year and they are steady in my rotation. Oh, I have this random ColourPop Villains lipstick on today. What a predicament, because I don't know what I want to do, but I love this. This is like so, like giving me the little tropical vibes. So Swallowtail is this color right here. It's like a little peachy copper. I am gonna put that right here on the center of the lid. Usually I spray these, but I was moving too fast just now. So we're just gonna use it as is. This is a beautiful color. This is gorgeous. Okay, and I wanna use the shade Star Apple. So I'm using the same brush I use for my crease. And then I'm just gonna tap that on the outer corner. And I'm gonna bring it up a little bit into the crease as well. And I'll probably switch brushes shortly to diffuse this out. And I am going over the edges of the Swallowtail shade. I'm just gonna leave it like that for a second. I know that looks so nice. I'm gonna go back to my Rephr 27 brush and just try to merge these together and kind of have a little gradient. I think you can see it's starting to blend. I'm going to take a little flat shader brush and we're gonna go into the shade Tropics. Tropics is right here. And I'm just gonna tap it and I'm just gonna mix it with the Swallowtail shade. The blue and the orange are gonna be very complementary. Okay, this is like an interesting little vibe to me, but I like it. I kind of like the smokiness of it. I feel like every time I use this palette, I'll probably use the shade Fancy because I really like this shade and I don't think it shows up. I guess I'm bringing it up just a little bit. Look at that. Gonna take the same brush and just take a little bit of Star Apple, bringing it underneath just to join this corner here. And I think that looks a lot better. Like, you know, it's nice and milky. I think I would like to bring Star Apple all the way across, actually. I really, really like this. All right, and the last thing I want to do, just for kicks, is I'm going to take Feathers, which is this beautiful bright green. And I just want to give it just a little touch of color. I guess I can't help myself. Right here. We'll see what it looks like. So I'm going right into the inner corner, bringing it over just a little bit. This definitely wasn't necessary, but yes, it was. Okay, you guys, here's the look. Let's try to make sure you can see all the beautiful colors. I am gonna go ahead and get my liner and everything on. I'll be back with the final look in just a second. All right, you guys, here is the final look with the liner and the mascara. So for the liner, I use this shade Aglow. It is a ColourPop cream gel liner, and it's a shimmery light green. I think I do want a headband today, I don't know. For my top liner, I use this shade Spectre by Lethal Cosmetics. It was from the Teresa Is Dead collection, and that's all she wrote, y'all. So here we go. Tropical smoky goodness. Yes, Tina, you did that. We are 2 for 2 with these palettes, but I already knew that's what it would be. I just knew this was going to be a great collection. A little buns lopsided, but yes, y'all, really excited to do this last look. Annette's palette is, let's get into that look right now. All right, y'all, so this is current me, and we are about to finish up this video with the palette that I've been waiting to try the most, which is the Giant Wolves palette. Okay, we're gonna start with this Antipode shade. I'm not sure if I'm saying it right, but y'all know this is where I was gonna start with. I mean, y'all know me, so that's what we're doing. Just going ahead with the tap tap. I love this already. I just love it already. Let me calm down. And I'm not sure if I said it. I don't think I said it in my intro, but I'm eventually coming back and just doing a video on each palette separately, because there's so many different looks that you can create with these palettes. Okay, let's move on. I'm gonna go into the shade Desolate, which is an even deeper green, and sticking that right in the crease. And as usual, I go a little bit above. I do like how this looks. You already know. Just taking what's already on my brush and just bringing it down. Not add anything to it. Might use a different color later, we'll see. But I'm not gonna waste this good shadow. Okay, now I want to make this even deeper, and I want to take the shade Cosmos, which is this one, and I'm going to just put that on the outer corner. I'm just taking the same brush. I'm not sure if I have a matte that's this color, and y'all know I got a ton of eyeshadow, but I'm just not sure. Focusing this on the outer corner. There's just so many things you could do with these palettes, and I didn't even think about combining them yet, but like, what is that noise? You scared me.
And then
where we at?
And then we were outside, and then he didn't want to play anymore. Okay,
well, you smell like a puppy. Did you lock the door? Come here, please. Hello.
Right here.
Why do you sound like that?
I don't know.
Okay, you like these colors? Look at these. So what does that mean? No? Watch out. Oh, whoa. You almost knocked my Euphoria. Wait a minute. Hold on.
Is this a towel?
No, it's actually a scarf.
For Marky?
It's not for Marky. No. No.
For you?
Yes.
Who is this?
Her name is the Fancy Face.
What? Why?
Because she has a fancy face. She's gorgeous. Her real name is Tina. You want to know about the other girls on the scarves? Go ahead, get the other scarves. There's 3 of them. Yeah.
What is one?
Oh, you mean who is this girl?
Is her name Red?
Actually, no, but her palette is called the Red Dragon Palette. But her name is Judy.
Judy?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, I'm at school. My teacher's clock named Judy.
Whose name is Judy?
My teacher's clock.
Oh, a Judy clock. You talking about the yellow clock with the red hands? That's called a Judy clock. You sure right. Oh, now her name. You want to guess her name?
Anthony.
You're very close. Her name is Annette. Her name is not Anthony.
What's her nickname?
Annette. See the name of her channel?
Yeah. No, her nickname.
I would have to ask her.
Wait, she's real?
Yeah, they're real people. Here's the card. Tina. Okay.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. This should be blended. Don't mess up my cards, because I really enjoy my cards. I'm gonna go into the shade Skull. Oh, if you can get it.
More spaghetti.
What? Okay, let me just do this.
I'm going to get orange juice.
Oh, okay. Is the orange juice out? Okay. Oh.
Oh yeah, it is.
I meant to put some spray on my hand, but I got sidetracked with the frog, which is August. Okay. Ooh. Spray the shade, y'all. August is so nosy, but it's real cute. Like, he need to know. Who are these girls? Now he's giving Marky speech lessons in the other room. They were outside on the trampoline having themselves a nice little time. Oh, please respect my privacy at this time. I'm real excited. I know I'd be usually super excited, but I was up at 4 a.m. doing progress reports. And then apparently they're due tomorrow, but at least I'm done. Let's go into Flare, which is this little gold situation. Do this right here, merge it and blend it. I can't. This is my favorite palette. I'm sorry. Already. Look at. No, please. Don't talk to me. Do not talk to me. All right. I need to calm down. And the sad part is I'm not even going to work after this. So then what? I'm wearing it today. You know what? I'm gonna wear it to drink my wine and watch Housewives. That's what I'm gonna do. And the BMF show on Stars. And then I'll take it off. Cause we are not wasting. I'm gonna have to take me some pictures because we are not wasting these good shadows. Oh, no, we won't. We could just stop it right here, but I'm not. I need to use the multi-chrome. So we're gonna go into that shade, which is called Eternal. Y'all, please, I've been waiting my whole life for this palette. You know, I don't even need to buy nothing for VIB, nothing. I don't need to buy anything. I should just pull this out in the Norns palettes and I'm gonna be good. Like, bye. The multi-chromes, this isn't even a multi-chrome, a duochrome, but apparently it is. This is a different shade. I don't know what to do. I'm gonna just sleep in it. No, I'm not. But y'all, come on, stop the madness. I need to calm down, but I can't. My heart. This is the best look I've ever done. This is too much. It's too much. We're gonna go into Azure. Now let's see. I wonder if it's Azure. I used to work with someone named Azure when I worked at Lady Foot Locker. Why not just drag this under here? Give me a little brightness. Give me a little, cause it's like the wolves, like the day and the night. You know what I'm saying? And if you haven't watched everyone's video individually, watch them, because it's nothing better than seeing the person that released the collection talk about their own collection. You know what I'm saying? And I have to finish something. And they were, are you sitting at the table already with clean hands? Can't hear anything. It's nothing better than hearing the people who, did the collection talk about their own collection. And they were so happy and they were so thankful and so just humbled. They deserved it. They deserved, and we deserved to get it because I won't, I shan't, I can't. Damn, I really wanted to find a place to put that ablaze shade, that pink, but I don't even want to, oh yes. Oh, I didn't know you wanted, what happened? You're at the table and you wash your hands? No, you didn't. Here I come, I'm heating it up in my mind. This is a look, I'm not fooling with it. I don't need to do anything else to this. I won't do anything else to this. I'm sorry if I am being too much, but there's no such thing as too much. Okay, let me get August his spaghetti. I'll be back with liner and lashes and my final thoughts. Not lashes, mascara. I'm not, I'll be doing the lashes. It'd be too much. Okay, I had to gather myself. This one is just really different. The colors of the mattes might have something like these two greens, at least this one, because that's my shade right here. And of course I probably have a black, but these other shades, no. Overall, I think this collaboration was just so well done and well thought out from each element of the collection. It just seems like they really got to create exactly what they wanted. And I just loved seeing the different visions that each person was giving. I love how they kind of dropped it like real quick. You know what I mean? It wasn't this long teaser. They had a lot of stock. This design is really nice. It's not anything crazy. They're still small and easy to travel with. I know people care about that. I don't. I feel like I could probably go on and on and on about these palettes and about Odin's Eye, but I think it's safe to say this is a great collection. If I think about everything that I bought this year, was the Norns this year or last year? I can't remember. But I remember being really excited about the Norns collection. It's that same level of excitement. And that makes this collection probably one of my best purchases this year. If you're interested in it and you're on the fence about any of the palettes, I think you would be happy with one, with two, or three. I hope that helped. I hope if you do have the palettes that you were able to get some inspiration. I am gonna be back using these again. So thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out with me today. I really hope that you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed filming it. I hope that this video was therapy for you because it definitely was for me. And so until I see you again, make sure you are being gentle with yourself. Talk to yourself nice, stay safe, and I will see y'all again really soon. Bye.